book. It was challenging, the first one.
Because he wanted to be in the place of love.
Somebody came up with the idea.
And he was 100% accurate in his prediction.
Selenium, iodine, or calcium, you don't have to know any of that stuff. All you have to be able to do is chew.
Something started in India, a Dr. Kataria, who started laughter clubs where people would assemble, I think, on the beach in the morning before going to work and laugh for half an hour. And the footage is video, thank you much, the video footage that I've seen where people in elegant suits and saris going through yoga postures and laughing. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! Hee hee hee! And I can see right now that's working on the breath and that's getting the energy going. I started this work in 1985, or actually before then I was doing stand-up comedy, did some writing and acting. And I got my hands on Rajneesh, Osho Rajneesh book. Is anyone familiar with that name? Okay. A little book called Orange Book, a book thick of suggestions for meditations, and on one page there was a suggestion for a laughter meditation. And up to that point I've been doing stand-up comedy, I've been laughing my brains out and all this and that, but I'd never thought to lie in bed in the morning and before opening my eyes, do a few stretches, and laugh for 15 minutes. I think, where could that possibly go? So what I did was tried it on myself for 7 days, and I was impressed the effect it had on the neighbors. I was a little impressed. You thought you know your neighbors, but the moment you open up with laughter, there's pounding on the wall. But I also practiced on myself, and I noticed how much my heart opened to embrace laughter in public places, that I became a connoisseur of laughter. And I also found out that it gave me a subtle ability to hold space for other people's laughter, you know, so that I don't get mistaken for someone who is being turned off by laughter. This came into my hands by way of the yoga club. They did some little documentation of the effects of laughter. There's some serious medicinal documentation. One, that it reduces stress. We can understand that. It lowers blood pressure, and it reduces the stress levels of stress hormones, epinephrine and cortisol. Did you ever wonder about those two things in your system? Epinephrine and cortisol? Well, if you're laughing a lot, you're reducing the levels of those. The stress hormone cortisol is reduced during laughter, and oxytocin is enhanced, and this triggers an increase in the immune-boosting antibodies. Could you say that? Immune-boosting antibodies. Use that one. Immune-boosting antibodies. Yes. Laughter is a form of stationary jogging, heavy laughter, which I will coach you through. It provides the same health benefits as vigorous aerobic exercises by stimulating the heart and blood circulation. Get this, 20 seconds of heavy laughter is equal to 3 minutes of hard rowing. Throw away your oars. And will burn up to 400 calories per hour. Laughter increases lung capacity, good laughter, and therefore promotes the body's ability to store oxygen. Yes. And you've heard of endorphins? Yes, they get released during heavy laughing, intense laughing. Also, a new study that laughter causes the tissues of the blood vessels endothelium. Could you say that with me? Endothelium. Yeah. This is the lining, the tissues of the blood vessels will expand and therefore increases the blood flow. See, now you might want to know this at times when you feel that you want to get your blood to flow. What are some crucial times when you want your blood to flow? When it's not flowing. So, and there's certain times you think you're having a heart attack or stroke. Consult your doctor, not just me. But you can laugh if you deliberately have to open your blood vessels, because there's a certain kind of heavy laughing. And if you think you're having a heart attack, and if you got a cell phone, use it. What do you mean I don't sound serious? And actually, this was circulating on the web page a couple of years ago, a certain way of cough laughing, if you think you're having a stroke, to get things going there. Also, we laugh, we exercise 15 facial muscles, which turn the faces pink. And what else? Laughter is the shortest distance between two people. Also, it's self-bonding. Laughter is self-bonding. Because if you think of somebody who's laughing, you know, what happens to your heart? You open, they become more adorable, approachable. Boundaries come down, you know, and you're adorable. So when you're laughing, if you could see yourself on camera, you would look at yourself. I'm so adorable. This is bonding with yourself. As opposed to none of you were in an ugly mood, whatever that is. You know, I can't stand being in this mood. That's a self-separation. So I will just jump right into this, going through the exercises with you. And then we'll go into probably a 10 or 15 minute test flight on ourselves. And then after, we'll just subside into a nice, quiet relaxation time. You'll discover the power of laughter like a roto-rooter job. You've cleansed energy. You've done serious energy work. You've loosened up. You've become buoyant. You've de-densified. And what this means, you've dropped weight. And you've dropped the past and the future. Rajneesh says that you can't laugh and think at the same time. So you suspend linear thinking, hypothetically. You suspend linear thinking. So what happens when you suspend linear thinking?
You're in the now.
Yeah. Maybe I would even go one step further and say, it's not only are you in the now, you are the now. In is linear. You are as the now. As is the pivotal word, I think, in the New Age. We're no longer going in to the light. We're going as the light. 10 steps toward God is 100 steps away from God. 1 step as God, and I arrive. So you should learn, wherever you go, take your as with you. Go as the light. Go as where you want to be. Start where you want to end. Be as. And so, as this workshop, we've got the brain, and in the brain there's something called a pineal, and pituitary. And we can focus in that area with our laughter. First, let's do it with sound. If you place your hand on your head, and if you want to cross your eyes and look to that area, because if you're doing this in the bed in the morning, you can put all your creative juices into focusing on the areas that we're concerned with. And this particular time, we're focused on the pituitary and the pineal. Some people decide that it's in the front, some say it's in the back. Wherever you think your pituitary is, last scene, just focus on it. And just make some sounds to vibrate your entire brain and head. So you can feel it in your hand. Ram, nam, yum, 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 yum. Now, create a laughter for the sole purpose of vibrating your head. It doesn't have to sound authentic for any other reason. Yes. There. That's very important because you're bonding with your pituitary. That's important. You bond with your pituitary. You're developing a relationship. You get to a point where you cannot leap out of bed in the morning and go off in your day without saying hello to your pituitary. Because you'll hear that little voice as you get out the door. Psst. Yo. What about me? So learning how to vibrate your pituitary. And why would you want to vibrate your pituitary? Why would you want to touch your pituitary? Why would you want to bond with your pituitary? Exactly. Pituitary is the master gland of the endocrine system. Did you know that? Do you know you have an endocrine system? Oh, yeah. It's just there. Now, you can bond with it. You say, ah, you're beautiful. I'm taking you with me today. You got to come with me. And you just touch the master organ, the master gland of the pituitary right up there in the head. So then you come down to the heart and place your hand on your heart. The thymus gland organ is considered equal to the heart. So it's right left of the breastbone. And if you can feel yes. See, you're deliberately touching your heart. You're deliberately going into your heart. And along with this, there's something called thumping your thymus. It's an exercise for boosting the immune system. Have you heard of it? And has anyone here tried it? Boosting your immune, thumping your thymus? Look, this is less expensive than over-the-counter medicine there. So you're thumping your thymus. Can you 13 times a day is suggested. You're thumping your thymus. Now, there's a way to do it if your hands are too busy. Go ahead, show me how. Come, put your hand on your heart. See if you can feel it. See, you just thumped your thymus. Now, what you've done is you've boosted your immune system. Now, how many people in your social circle would you like to thump their thymus? How many people would you like to help their immune system? Yes. Sometimes, so the next time you see them, laughter is contagious, you can thump your thymus with your thymus. You just walk up. And if you're out of friends who are sick and they're all good, beautiful, just go to Port Authority, bus station, pick out a stranger, and be of good service. So you thump. You're thumping thymus. And you can do this on the phone, too. Somebody calls up and you just thump their thymus. What are you doing? Thumping your thymus. So the intention here, you focus on your thymus. So you got the heartbeat. Now in the abdomen, we have organs down here that can be massaged during the act of laughter. A good belly laugh? No doubt. But now the difference is we're focusing inwardly. So, if you place your hand here to monitor it, now technically, because we're right here, we don't need a lot of volume. A lot of volume is fun, but you can do. It's right about here that the neighbors start pounding on the wall. So we've got the pituitary. What's the pituitary? And the heart. And the abdomen. Beautiful. Now sometimes we, got to pull up our pants. The biggest room in the house is what? The living room. The next biggest room in the house? The bedroom. Okay. Also, the biggest room in the house is the room for improvement. The room for improvement. And this workshop has been constantly improving itself with comments that I'm sure you're going to give me after the program. And the latest one I received is that laughter can be used to ground in the body. Because you laugh a lot, you can go into light, luminosity, even silly, vitamin S, silly. And so laughter can be used to ground too. If you can, would you like to leave?
I think I have to.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, it was great. Thank you.
So if you take your hand, well, first of all, grounding, using a sound of our laughing voice to ground in the coccyx bone. You know the tail? Yes. So how we're going to do that is we're going to just send our voice through our body. If you think of your voice originating in your neck, it's sending through the neck, through the torso, down through the abdomen, down to the coccyx bone. So if you place your hand on the coccyx bone and just visually, emotionally, physically send your voice down through your body so you're filling up your entire cavity, and the object of your voice is down your hand on the base of the spine. Now, all the time you're doing this, your intention and focus is what? Internal. Grounding in your body. Laughter is a wonderful time to smile. It's difficult to laugh and not smile. Try it. So you naturally want to smile. And there's something called a therapeutic smile. There's a smile. There's a therapeutic smile for therapeutic reasons only. Over-the-counter smiling. So you have the crow's feet, little wrinkles on the sides of the eyes. You're putting pressure on the face. It's more like a grin. And this can shift your mood. If you ever run out of mood shifter, try a smile. Put a smooth smile. And I tried this for half an hour when I was doing acting exercises, acting auditions. I would spend my downtime on the subway train. So you may try this in the car, you may try it in the bathroom. Whenever you need to shift your mood, therapeutic smiling. And there are degrees of this smile, from 1 to 10. And I would like to walk us through them, because you have this at your disposal when you're doing your morning ritual, to hold a certain smile when you're doing the pituitary, hold another smile when you're doing the abdomen. So this is a mix and match. This is a real groovy improvisation. And you can imagine what comes out of this. You do all these exercises, you leap out of bed in the morning as a radiant yum-yum, walking through the world. That's what we need more on this planet, radiant yum-yums. So radiant, your system is invigorated. You're energized, relaxed, open, and ready. So this smiling exercise is from 1 to 10. I'll play the little drum, and I'm going to ask us to move from 0, face, nothing there. Can you just, yeah. And you go from that to this, intense smile. That's number 10. I'm going to ask you to hold it for 10 counts. Then I'm going to count backwards. And while you're doing this, let your shoulders relax, breathe naturally. If your eyes are closed, that's okay. But it's necessary to relax. As a matter of fact, take a breath with each one of these numbers so that you can just integrate it and feel it. Okay, relax face. And smile number 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And a half. And 10. And hold it. And 2. And 3. And 4. You look so cute. 4. And 6. And 7. And slowly. 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and relax the face totally. And before we go anywhere else, I would like you to give me a few smiles. A smile number 3. Smile number 7. Smile number 13. And relax. This is beautiful. So you want to stand for this one. This one's about the breath. Laughter is a wonderful opportunity to deeply inhale and deeply exhale. If you're laughing fully and heavily, you're expanding the lungs and increasing your capacity to inhale air, oxygen. And we're releasing stale and stagnant air. This requires for a little bit of play. And I like to think of the word play. First of all, who here has a definition of the word play? Other than theater.
Be a child again.
Be a child again.
Light and fluffy.
Light and fluffy?
Yeah.
Light and fluffy. Yeah. Whoa.
Do something for pure enjoyment.
Yes, do something for pure enjoyment. And any others? Come on.
Fun.
Fun. Okay. Has it been that long? Okay. Play is the spontaneous exploration of sensation. Let's try that one. Play is the spontaneous exploration of sensation. Say it 3 more times, and this time let us become what we're saying with the body. Play is the spontaneous exploration of sensation. Play is the spontaneous exploration of sensation. Now, before we do the last one, just let your mind search around within your body for any sensation at all, and just play with it. Play is the spontaneous exploration of sensation. Now, we're going to play with our breath. I'm going to deeply inhale, and I'm going to exhale by going through the pituitary, the heart, and the upper, and the last bit. So put that play on the exhale. Just play with that last bit of air so that we're expanding. Okay, deep inhalation. And release. Beautiful. I think you got it. I think we can start. If you want to take a seat or the floor, I suggest that you consider this as a wonderful opportunity to invest in a beautiful experience, that you can dive deep into your laughter. If you think you can do it sitting down, if you want to lie down, you're very welcome to. If you lie down, your head toward the center of the circle will be good when I move with the gong. Ga, 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 gong, gong. So, deeply relaxed, and how the rest of this will go is I'll ring the little tingshas, and that'll be a sign for us to just dive into our laughter. And we can do any of the sounds we want, go through it all. Talking is not absolutely necessary, and or telling your latest joke, or tickling someone. So let us all take the meditative, inwardly mobile attitude. Let the person near you go in. And when I ring it the second time, that's when we subside, go into deep relaxation. I'll move around the room with the sound of the horizontal gong. And then I'll invite us to come back into the body with a Happy Foot song, which goes a little like, does anyone here know this Happy Foot song? Okay. I got the feeling in my toes. I've got the feeling in my toes. I've got the feeling in my toes. I've got the feeling in my toes. And these unison and these toes are happy toes. These little toes are happy toes. These toes are happy toes. These little toes are happy toes. And work the area of the body that we are on at the present time. Okay? The lighting okay? I think the lighting is okay. The gravitational pull is okay. So we're ready to dive into some laughter. You explore these areas of the body that we just went through with smiling. Remember to breathe deeply when you remember to. And just have fun. What does play mean? Play is the spontaneous exploration of sensation. Okie dokie? All right. Whoa. Just settle into deep relaxation. Feel the toes are relaxed. What we focus on expands. Feel relaxation in the toes. Ah, wow. Are these our toes? These toes are really relaxed. Next, focus on the feet. What we focus on expands. Oh, wow. Deep relaxation in the feet. Are these our feet? Yes, they are. And next to legs. Focus on the legs. Deep relaxation. Letting go. Letting go. Ah, deeper. Wow. These legs are really relaxed. Are these our legs? And next, focus on the buttocks. Keeping in mind what we focus on expands. Are these my buttocks? Next, focus on the hips. Deeply relaxing the hips and the torso. And the chest and shoulder, deep relaxation down through the arms, into the hands and fingers. Ah, and the neck. Ah, through the head. The face, the nose, eyes relaxing, total face relaxation, total deep relaxation. I'm going to invite us to come forward into the body, feeling the toes, wiggle the toes. Feel the fingers, play with the fingers. Feel the face, play with your face. Inhaling deep breath and releasing through an abdominal massage chuckle. Inhaling deeply, releasing through a grounding chuckle right into the tailbone. Inhaling deeply and releasing through a heart vibrational chuckle. Deep inhalation and releasing through a pituitary massage chuckle. And just gradually sitting up, thinking of one more deep breath and releasing through a laughter that embraces the inner and outer universes, however you conceive them. I've got the feeling in my toes. I've got the feeling in my toes. Sitting up. We can. I've got the feeling in my toes. I've got the feeling in my toes. And these toes are happy toes. These little toes are happy toes. These toes are happy toes. These little toes are happy. So gradually standing up. You got the feeling in my feet. I've got the feeling in my feet. I've got the feeling in my feet. I've got the feeling in my feet. And these feet are happy feet. These little feet are happy feet. These feet are happy feet. These little feet are happy feet. Got the feeling in my legs. I've got the feeling in my legs. I've got the feeling in my legs. I've got the feeling in my legs. And these legs are happy legs. Yeah, hey, these little legs are happy legs. These legs are happy legs. These little legs are happy. Got the feeling in my walk. Got the feeling in my skip. Got the feeling in my hips. Got the feeling in my torso. Got the feeling in my shoulders. Got the feeling in my arms. Got the feeling in my hands. Got the feeling in my neck. Got the feeling in my head. Got the feeling in my eye contact. Got the feeling in my eye contact. Got the feeling in my eye contact. I got the feeling in my eye contact. I got the feeling in my bones. I got the feeling in my bones. I got the feeling in my bones. Got the feeling in my bones. And these bones are happy bones. These little bones are happy bones. These bones are happy bones. These little bones are happy bones. Got the feeling in my heart. 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 Before we close with an Om, I'm just inviting anyone with comments, statements, realizations, resistances, anything at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, if you need to know more about this, I have CDs here with the laughter workshop on it, and also Blissness card with a blog spot on where I'm doing these around the city. And yes.
Oh, I'm just swinging my arms.
Okay. Yeah.
She has the feeling in her.
So we can close with a feeling om. You can think of the om as a 4-syllable sound. Om, ah, om. There's 3 syllables there. We fade out on the M into the silence. So we listen to the 4th syllable, which is usually called an unstruck sound, the cosmic sound. So we just listen.
That's the cosmic sound?
Yes. We listen. Ha, ha, ha. Listen in the silence for the 4th syllable, and then we're going forward from there. So, Namaste. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just one more thing. I want you all to know this. I laugh you. I laugh you. I know that sound.